Great looking morning out here. Hope we'll head out a mile or so, find some good Spanish action. And we got to get off the water around 10 or 11. That's when the winds are going to shift and probably be a little on the dicey side. But this should be a nice, pleasant morning for now. My favorite type of fishing, right here. When you're catching fish trolling, it's not that bad, but man, if you're not catching anything, keeping up a troll on a kayak is... Get 'em, kick and stick. Haven't seen anything on the surface, not yet. Still got time. I'd like to see some surface activity though. Gives me some more confidence. So yeah, well, nothing's happening, right? So I guess I got to talk for 25 minutes to fill this video up. But line roller bearing on this one of my slammers. I have two slammers. First problem I've had, I had a line roller. It has the same line roller as the Penn Clash, so yeah, they're gonna fail with some use. The only weak point I've seen so far with the slammer. That's your real review. I use it all the time, so that means I like it, but I've had one problem. Ooh, we on. Yeah, he's there. See some bait down there, and I guess this fish was there. I don't know what this is, bluefish? Spanish mackerel? It's just not that big, huh? Or he doesn't want to do anything. He's decent, I think. It's not a bad one. Yeah, it's not too bad. I like this swimmer. Thanks to the subscriber who mentioned it to me. Seems like it works pretty well. It's hard to figure out what lures to use in a kayak because we're not really the same as a boat. We can't go that speed. Yeah. But this seems to work reasonably well at like 3 to 4 miles an hour. And that's really what my range is. Thank you, subscriber. Really appreciate it. This thing looks like it works well. All right. Decent sized Spanish mackerel. It's a pretty average one, but that's not a bad one either. Cool. Now, I saw bait down there. I'm not seeing any bait here, so I'm going back to where I saw some bait at least. Ooh, yeah. Magic swimmer, baby. Fast hit. I'm gonna have to run you down a little. It's possible. I think I got what I like. All right, so I'm gonna try to get closer to him and just keep him pressure. So you can get your fish run over. That sucks. I think that's a shark. I'd be really surprised. Nice Spanish. How did I hook? I hooked them hook them a lot under like the chin and belly. It's funny how often that happens. But yeah. It's a good one, man. Wow. Almost got him there. These hook pretty well, so yeah, it's a big one. Wow. No, jeez. Damn. Swim away, magic swimmer. Swim away. Yeah, it's a good Spanish mackerel, 26 and a half, probably like 5-6 pounds, somewhere around there. Let's bleed them out, get them on ice. I guess I'm gonna be doing some smoked fish this weekend. Check out that Spanish mackerel, it's a good one. Let me get them on ice. A lot of mackerel lures typically really don't get bites unless I'm going like 4 miles an hour. This magic swimmer, I seem to be getting bites on 2.5, 3. So that's great because sometimes if there's a little bit of a chop or whatever it is, you can't go 4, not comfortably at least. And it's also more taxing on my body to go that fast. So 3 could go 3 miles an hour for hours. 4.5, 5, I feel it. All right, I'm gonna go try to jig up a pompano like the last couple months. Not sure if this is gonna work, but gotta try. I'm gonna go a real small jig here. Let's try to hit some of the stuff we caught pompano on before, so. And let things breathe for a minute. Let's see if anything else pops up before we skedaddle. Just like some structure here. Hopefully that's not a flounder. Might be. No pompanos, just flounders, huh? Yep. It's not a big one, really. Mind. Peace. So I went over some structure that I caught a couple of pompano on in June. Nothing there, just pinfish. I'm just kind of I really want to avoid the flounder because any good structure is covered in them. So doing my best to just kind of stay away from the heavy structure and try to fish like the a little bit more loose bottom, but not like dead bottom either. I'm not like just sitting out there doing nothing. A couple of these Spanish here. It's not too bad. Not as big as the ones from this morning, but it's midday now, so action's action sometimes. These are more typical summer Spanish too. It's crazy. You got a bunch of different classes of fish. Looks like they're eating pretty big baits actually. Whatever that's the bait they're eating. Looks like peanut bunker. Pogies. Small ones. Unavoidable. All right, well, still a healthy dose of summer. I probably should have been down here 30 minutes or earlier and just really try to capitalize on that first light bite. Probably lasted, my guess is probably 30 minutes before it showed up. I could have had a couple more mackerel bites, but that's okay. When it gets slick calm like this and it's, you know, high 80s, 90s, whatever it is, it can be tough. So you got a tall order to fill on the artificial. I'm gonna head back to the beach now. I don't know, it's still pretty early and it's been a good batch of weather. I can try something inshore quickly. Tomorrow I'm gonna stay home. I don't think I'll whip up a batch of smoked fish. And yeah, that's an old Storm kicking stick. I'm not sure they make them anymore. It seems like the diving plugs, I'm patrolling that 3.5 mile an hour range. I don't really catch a whole lot of mackerel, but when I bump it up to 4 and 4.5, the mackerel seem to react better because they like speed. I have to mention our video sponsor, Waterland Co Sunglasses, make great polarized lenses. I don't know if you can see. I got mackerel scales all over them, but got my Spanish mackerel here. We're gonna do a brine and smoke. It's one of my favorite ways to have Spanish mackerel. And these, you know, 5 to 6.5 pound fish tend to be the best. Keeping these guys well packed on ice makes a huge difference in how easy it is to fillet it when you get home. Okay, nice solid fillets there. I do a simple brine. Got a gallon of water, half a cup of brown sugar, and half a cup of salt. I got a cup of soy sauce. I think a lot of flavors get lost in the smoking process, but I don't know, I use a lot of black pepper. I seem to like that the most. Good amount of pickling spice. Do like 3 or 4 bay leaves. Get a little more of that earthy flavor out. That's my brine. Had a system in my last place. In this house, I don't know quite what's going on yet. This is gonna go in the fridge, and yeah, we'll pull it out in the morning. I see people rinse the fillets. I'm kind of cautious about rinsing a saltwater fish in fresh water. I'm gonna pat them dry, then just put them in the fridge, and then there's gonna be like a slight glaze that forms in an hour or so. Okay, I think our mackerel's ready. I'm getting the smoker hot, and I think that's what you wanna see. It's been a while since I did it, but it just has like this sticky, filmy touch to it. All right, getting this all together here. It's a little hard. I'm doing solo. Meg's out of town, so I get to goof around for the weekend and change here. Okay, so let's check on this in a couple hours. All right, gotta get that temperature back up. All right, see you in a few hours. So I'm on about 2 hours right now. Those thinner pieces should be done. Yeah, the smaller one's definitely done. Maybe the larger one I'll give a little bit longer. That's what I look for, right? See that? Looking good. All right, so I'm gonna give the thicker cuts maybe another like 20-30 minutes. And these guys sat there for about 2 hours. That's the finish I like. Just a little dry, but you know, maybe a little moisture still left in around the bloodline, etc. And from there, man, you can do whatever you want with these things. You can make them into dips with cream cheese and all sorts of exciting combinations. You can actually just freeze these up, and if you want like a snack later, defrost them overnight, put them in a salad, sandwich, etc. Super quick. Let me give one a try. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna give that Spanish mackerel a try, let it rest for a few minutes. I'm about to pull out the other one from the smoker right now. And I've tried lots of different brines. Go ahead, suggest one. I like a pepper heavy one, so without further ado. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Catch up with you guys on the next video.